Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is an absolute huge ranked gameplay where I dropped nearly 40 kills whilst getting nearly a 3 KD, as well as getting a hench amount of time. So it's a banger gameplay. Make sure you guys stay to the end because I also get play of the game. So yeah, the gameplay is absolutely huge. I do pretty well. For those of you who haven't really been around my channel quite long, because I know there's been a lot of subscribers, which again, I know I drone on about this and I know I'm thanking you all the time, but I really do appreciate the support. It makes me push and strive to make better content and more frequent content for you guys, because I see a lot of happy people in the comments. So yeah, anyway, the format of my videos normally, when there's nothing specifically I need to talk about, is I pretty much just go through what's going in my head as I'm playing to hopefully help you guys make better decisions and, you know, just sort of get in the minds of how a Crimson player plays. So at the moment in this gameplay, I think I'm Crimson 3. So like either Crimson 3 or High Crimson 2. They're not quite scraping iridescent just yet, but relatively high up on the rankings. And yeah, this is what's going through my mind. So we've got the spawns here, P2. You're going to see a lot of emphasis on us playing spawns through that whole P1 because the rotation to this hill is essential. So as an AR, you can sort of sit in this hill as long as you're pre-aiming the usual places where they're going to push and allow your teammates to play around you. So I'm sort of playing in the hill, just being annoying. I didn't see that guy on the left, unfortunately. I was pre-aiming it, but I did a decent amount to get them off of that. And there's 22 seconds left, so you guys are going to hear me repeat this every single time. As soon as you die on a hard point and you respawn, look up at the current hard point and see how long's left. If there's 20 seconds, give or take, and less, you're going to want to rotate to new. Especially on this map, the rotations are paramount to winning the game. It's the same on every map, to be honest. You win rotations, chances are you win hills because you're playing against good people. They're not going to be as easy to break. So it's essential you rotate, and knowing the rotations is obviously a big part of that. So yeah, and when I say that, a lot of people think that means rotate to the actual hill, but it's more of getting control of the overall hill itself. You need to control of that area before you can sit on the hill, otherwise you're just going to get killed from people everywhere. So yeah, you spawn here mid-map, your teammates are on the hill, you know that the teammates are going to be spawning across, the enemies, sorry, are going to be spawning across the other side of the map. So if you've got an AR, your teammates are on the hill, you can really do a good job of locking that down. You can watch them cross and hopefully win some more gunfights than I did there. I'm then going in a little bit of a cruddy spot here, so I know my teammates have got a pretty good control. I try and get too cheeky there, that's why I died there. So our teammates had pretty good control. It was 25 seconds, so I thought, you know what, let's row. So I was trying to get into a little bit of a cruddy spot there early, but I get caught out. Anyway, I do a good enough job of fighting them off this. I don't quite get the 4, but I do get the trophy. I'm not sure what's more important. But in any case, they managed to break us, mainly because of me being an idiot, trying to be a bit too finessey. But yeah, I'm communicating to my team. I'm in a little bit of a 4-stack here, so it is a bit cheesy, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. And I've pretty much communicated to my team that I've got this whole mid push. So all they need to really watch is the whole of the left side of the map, down the back alley, and I can pretty much sort everything else. I've then been told that they've pushed through our garage, and again, I'm early rowing. If the enemy break the hill, they're only really going to be getting 10 seconds, while we're over here getting the first 20, 30, 40 seconds potentially of this hard point. So I'm getting control of the area. I'm sat top 10. It's an absolutely disgusting place to sit as an AR. And again, I could have chowed that third guy. I'd have probably died. Let's be realistic. I was weak. I would have probably died, and I'd have spawned in Narnia. So I've managed to play my life, maintain this sort of map control up here. Looking at the top left-hand side of the screen, I can see where my teammates are watching. We've got sort of, well, before the guy died, we had sort of the right-hand side pushed up. We had the forklift side covered, and we had the dark side of the map covered, which is that little corridor. Some people call it L. But yeah, so it's about having that good setup, making sure every sort of angle is covered, and then filling in the gaps if someone dies, and then from spawn filling in like so. So we do eventually die here. I've spawned pretty close, so I am just sort of channeling this. My teammates are already at new, so I sort of know I'm going to rotate, but I'm going to like spawn with them off spawn. So
Anglo somewhere. She came close.
Oh, turns out I don't. That's me eat my words. But I'm instantly at new, trying to get there. I probably shouldn't have chowed that last few seconds of heal, but I just thought, you know what, it was a good 30 seconds. Thankfully, someone on the team did rotate anyway, so we did have control of the area. But yeah, again, I need the communication from the team. I'm asking them where they're holding. I'm looking at the mini map, and I can see that the front is covered. So that means I just need to watch that area. Another teammate has got the barber side, which is behind us. Someone's got tunnel. Realistically, there are 3 areas we need to watch here. So essentially, I could probably just lie down, but that's obviously not good. We need surprise support. I can pretty much watch front here. Maybe should have let my teammate get that kill, but hey. We get the info. My teammate does an absolutely huge 3-piece, and we're rowing to new. So, right here, you can already tell that the teammates are going to rotate. The enemy team are going to rotate here. I've got a good support teammate here helping me at new. And this is actually a lovely little spot where you can watch mid as well as be on the actual hill. So, I would recommend sitting here. It's a little bit unknown, especially in the lower sort of tiers, skill divisions. So, yeah. Nice little spot to sit if you want to be on hill while watching the whole mid.
One shot in.
So, I'm getting a lot of info that they're coming from like that side. I get my kill, and then I ego chow the guy by the van. Now, that was a bit silly of me. I had no one sort of overlooking. We've got no one pinching. I probably should have just contested there, waited for the teammates to get a little bit closer, have them look for me instead of the other way around, and then been able to, you know, win the actual gunfight there.
Someone stunned me then. I was trying to push that.
One shot, caravan.
So here we are. We're just currently holding the hill, really fighting for this. At the end of the day, the next hill is P1, which is the middle of the map. So we're not too worried about getting spawns. What we are majorly concerned about is getting the spawns for P2, because you'll see how this plays out. But P2 is sort of this bottom of the map where I am currently. They're going to be fighting for it, whilst the rest of the teams are sort of fighting for that P1, the next rotation. So P1 is a bit of a scrappy side. No sort of spawn benefits, like the more amount of points. So if you spawn in this side of the map or the other, it doesn't really matter for that hard point specifically. However, it is vital for P2. So when it rotates from this middle hill here, you do need to have someone here making sure that you're spawning close. So I could jump hill, I could push up, but the chances are they could spawn behind us. We've got no one watching the P2 rotation. So whilst we're getting good hill time at P1 here, I'm here. They can't get to P2. So the most time they're getting on here is maybe 20, 30 seconds. But the essential part, as I say, is ensuring that people aren't challenge this hill here. So you can see them trying to rotate, but just because I'm here earlier, it's as simple as that. We're winning this kill. We're winning these kills. We're winning these gunfights. I don't know how I got that kill. If I'm honest, I don't know how I got that kill. So I'm doing all I can here. I'm watching this side of the map. Again, I'm looking at the mini-map. I can see a teammate's watching tunnel. I can see a teammate's watching bush side. So it's my responsibility, essentially, to just watch that side of the hill. However, teammates just spawn there, so chances of them spawning there are low. But yeah, so I knew I sort of had a few seconds there to just reconvene myself and get into a decent position. So I've just spawned here. My teammate now need to fill the gap I had. So I was watching Barber. I die. I spawn this side of the map, which means that they're either going to be pushing tunnel or Barber. So I'm communicating to the teammates that they need to push through. They need to get to the Barber watch, because otherwise that's going to be open. We win off this. So I'm looking at time. There's 10 seconds left before we win, and there's 20 seconds on the hill. I'm fighting for this hill time. I'm not going to make sure. I'm not letting them touch this hill whatsoever. I know they're going to be coming from front or the left, so that's why I was watching that. But anyway, that's the gameplay. It's a fairly quick gameplay. I could have potentially got a lot more kills if I'd have just tried to slay it a little bit. So we eventually go 34 and 12 with a minute in hill time. And here's that nice little play of the game where I pick up an SMG to finish off the kill. Now, the reason I pick up an SMG there is because it's really easy to hold this hill with an SMG. That's all it was. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.
On a Wednesday, I have 20, 25 seconds up in floor.